Guys, this is Sinai. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about how to get business credit. So a lot of us know about personal credit, a lot of us don't know about business credit as well. It's really where it's at. This is where you can take all of this funding, so much funding for businesses, and leverage that funding and invest it into income producing assets such as real estate like Airbnb, such as buying a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex or Toro, funding that's available to you. You're gonna want to look for local community banks, not just the top guys, Bank of America, Chase, all the popular banks. No, they're, especially if you're a startup, because um, they're not as open to lending to businesses that are not like 2 years or older. I believe you want to ask them if they do their own underwriting, okay? Basically meaning, do they offer their own business credit cards, or is it through a third party company? Now, what's important about them offering their own underwriting means that they offer their own business credit cards. So when you initially apply, and say they do, you want them to, say they say yes, when you get your first business credit card with them, it's one inquiry. You mess around and get more business credit cards with that same bank because they offered their own, not through a third party, which might make it a little bit more difficult for you to get approved for a second and third time. But they have funds, and you want to obtain these funds when you don't need them. This is how people can rack up 500,000, within a year worth of business credit. You can also call out of state and ask them if they service, if they still offer business credit cards to, businesses wherever you may live. So that, a lot of people don't talk about is primaries. So you have something called primary accounts, and you have something called authorized user trade lines. So primaries are typically high limit accounts, with history, without history, that report on your account, on your credit, on your personal or business, whichever you may choose. You should definitely get primaries for both. But this just means you're the main account holder for this trade line. And when you have a high limit trade line, or a high limit installment loan, which you can get from a site called Credit Strong for like $100 a month, and they'll report a $10,000 installment loan to your credit report, which is along the lines of having a mortgage, installment loans and mortgages. For example, sites like AG Jewelers, that offer like $10,000 trade lines, to report directly to all three of the credit bureaus. I mean, this is gonna shoot your score up. Imagine if you're a person that's starting from zero. Okay, you got no inquiries, no collections. You did your credit sweep, and now you just need to build, and you're trying to figure out how you'll be able to at least get $1,000 on a personal credit card. Well, if you have nothing on there, then it might take you a few years at least to build that trust and work your way up to those higher limit credit lines. And shoot, you might start off with a little $300 credit card, which is nothing. So how am I going to do that? Well, I'll tell you this. Credit is an algorithm. You can put things on that account, and you can remove things off of that account.